when we last left off.
Who are you people, and why should I care about you?
Carcat, settle down. I told you. They are some of our ancestors. They aren't our ancestors. We don't have ancestors. Ancestral legacies are a lot of superstitious aristocratic bullshittery invented by high blood so they can get to feel even more smug and self-satisfied than they already are. Even if we do have them, who cares? Who gives a shit about these people? You're being very rude. Listen, I don't know them. I don't want to waste time passing through dream bubbles if I'm not going to see my dead friends. If you dragged me all the way up here to meet Osei Ghost Nepeta, fucking great. I'll hang out with dead Nepeta all day long. Hell, even some random Nepeta from a doomed timeline. That'd be alright. You know what? Give me 50 fucking Nepetas. Why the hell not? We'll call our journey through the black endless despair Nepeta Quest. But these losers? Who cares about them? I don't need to be making any new friends. I have enough new friends as it is. My sentiments exactly, random human. I'm leaving. Blah, you are so terrible. That guy. Nubby shouts. That guy is cool. Thanks, whoever the fuck. Bye. Aw, man, he's so much cooler than What's-His-Shit. Why couldn't What's-His-Shit be more like Nubs McShouty? Our team had no cool boys at all. Sleepy Fish Bait's right. This is a fucking drag. Can I go hang out with Shouty instead? No. No! Hey, Rose. I don't know if this is like a weird question, but like, do you think we should try and wake up our teen mom or what? I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Why? Sounds good to me. Mayor, what do you think? You hear that, Rose? The mayor thinks it's an awesome idea. Me too, buddy. Me too. Okay, since I've clearly been outvoted on the matter, and democracy has spoken, I guess I should clarify. I'm not sure if it's actually possible. Why? I don't think she's ever woken up before. Oh, can't you throw some yarn at her? That worked on me, didn't it? You were already technically awake. Also, I don't happen to have any yarn on me at the moment. Do you have any yarn on you, Dave? What the fuck kind of question is that? I'm the fucking yarn king. Be passing out yarn like cheap cigars. Cheap cigars? Dream mom gave teen ecto birth or some shit. Turned out the baby was us. So like, handing out yarn in the waiting room like cigars, you see? To other serious dads from the 1950s? Cheap ones, because you don't want to go fucking broke on cigars with a baby on the way. Gotta be frugal, Rose. Celebrate that shit, but have some damn sense about your cigar budget. But yeah, I don't got any yarn. I see. Don't see how you can make remarks with such frequency that are so obliviously and so generically loaded from a Freudian perspective. It's flabbergasting, really. You never miss a chance. Cigars? Describing a scenario where you are both given birth to by your teen mother, as well as playing the role of the proud father in the waiting room? Oh god, no, stop. What should I make of the fact that the phallic imagery you've selected is not only inexpensive, but is administered freely and mirthfully to other expecting fathers? Or that the object standing in for the phallic symbol is something you're proposing to throw at our mother's head? Just shut the fuck up. Aren't you magic or something? Are you still magic? Or is your superpower now just talking a lot and wearing orange? Why don't you use your magic to wake her up? Aren't you kind of curious to talk to her? Like find out what her deal is? Yes. But I don't think I know that spell. Is that even how magic works anyway? Like, are spells real? Like, when you do magic, are you actually doing legit spells like the dipshits in Harry Potter? Babbling up some false baloney-ass Latin? Not really. I knew it. What a load of shit that all is. What? Spells and shit? Okay. Snar. Hey, Rose. Yeah? Does Mom seem to kind of be, like, what? I don't know. A sloppy sleeper? That's pretty much how she always slept. This includes discovering her sleeping in unusual places. Is she drunk or something? Can a dream self be drunk? Yes. Wait, really? Just like that's the answer. Like that's something you actually know for sure. Yes. What the fuck? Is it seer powers to let you know that, or did you read it in a book? Why would someone write that in a book? How would you even know that? I know from experience, I guess. Yeah, BS. There wasn't even time for that. Drinking or anything. With all the grimdark nonsense and carting around moon bombs. And anyway, you don't like booze. Not really, but it grows on you to some extent. Are you fucking with me? Do you remember the timeline Dave's sprite was from? Oh, right. I still remember some things. It was actually pretty similar to the way things have been for the last years on the Meteor. There wasn't very much to do, but there was a house full of liquor. What's liquor? Shit. Oh, God. I never get used to how quietly troll vampires sneak around. What are we talking about here? Liquor is booze. You drink it and it makes you fall down, slur words, and understand sports. And apparently snore like an off-road motorcycle. Lol. Snork. Wonk. Oh, a soporific human substance. Got it. What are they talking about? I think we might be missing something important. I honestly have no idea what's going on, so I came over here to see if you knew. Yeah, we know fucking squat. Maybe we should have been paying attention. I don't even know what the hell these people are talking about. Kinda too many people here. Maybe Carcat was right to sit this one out. Grandpa John's not saying much. I kinda wonder what's up with him. Maybe he's shy or freaked out. Hey, why did he even show up at the troll girl? Should I say something to him, or this is awkward? Trace is all asking him questions and stuff. She's like literally the only one on the ball here. This is embarrassing. They're looking at us. Oh God, yeah. Will you guys stop mumbling to yourselves and get over here? You're missing a lot of fascinating stuff about our ancestors. Okay, can you maybe like give us the gist of it? I don't know if maybe I should just start over from the beginning. Glubber fuck. Somebody kill me. Again, make me double die. Can that happen? Can you kill a ghost? Mina, please. Our nice new friends have missed some very important details. God almighty. Don't you see? These chumps are too polite to say that they don't give a flip, especially that poor boy you lured here to your boat. Look at him. Too polite and afraid to say anything at all. I'm not. Shh. Very well. If you speak for everyone with respect to what is most interesting to talk about, then what is your proposal? Stupid infectious fish puns. Took all of 5 minutes to pull me into your insanity again. Insanity! Ugh! Well, we could just not worry about it and keep talking like we were. I was curious to hear the answer to my last question. Oh, sure, you wanted to know how we all died. That's a pretty interesting story, don't you think? Whatever. However, I don't think much of it will make sense without some major contextualization. Of course you don't. There's really quite an amazing amount of nuance to the full sequence of events. Many different players, personalities, conflicting agendas, all interwoven together. I'll need a little time to set the stage for everything, to be comprehensible. If you all don't mind indulging me for a while, you could say it all started during our darkest hour, when it became clear our failure was inevitable. I took it upon myself to venture into the place of my denizen. Yo, listen up. I'll make this real quick. Okay, so we all lost because everybody sucked except me. So Circuit here wanted to do the scratch thing that'd make us all not exist. But I found out from monsters we could keep existing if we was a bunch of ghosts. This is nobody ever has got... thing is, nobody ever has the guts to off anybody. Let alone themselves. So I blew us all the fuck up. Better luck next time. And that's Glub and Dat. Now we're ghosts. The end. The worst story that has ever been told in the history of Paradox Space. Whoa, calm down. Clam down. No, I will not clam down. Clamming is not something you can do, unless you do it up, where you are literally retrieving clams from a bed of a soft oceanic soil. Clam your rumble spheres. Seriously, they's looking like lively, girl. Everyone's gawking. You just have no respect for a well-told story. I said what happened, didn't I? Only barely. You left out so much. All the intrigue, the complicated interpersonal relationships, the backstory, the responsible pacing. Where was the world building, Mina? Who gives a dolphin flip about a big ring of shit? Okay, I think I finally understand the art of storytelling now. Thank you. It turns out all you have to do is make a series of short, mysterious statements without supplying context or any further elaboration. It's all so simple. Let's try it out. Did you know that What's-His-Face, Fantis, in our post-Scratch world, grew up to be a spiritual leader followed by millions? They killed him, though. He died handcuffed to something while shouting a rude word. The end! Lejeune grew up to be his mate Sprit. She wrote stuff down and spent a long time in a cave. That's that. Their buddy captor flew a ship for some hag. It wasn't a very cool gig. Miriam found a wiggler and died a slave. Did I mention our planet became kind of a shithole? No, I don't think I did, because it's apparently not how you tell stories. Go on. Zahak built me a robotic arm. He was ordered by a high blood to kill a girl, but he couldn't do it and was banished. Really beat himself up over that, but it's okay because his descendant redeemed the honor of his legacy by doing whatever a murderous clown told him to. Wait, was that too much detail? Forget I said some of that shit. Moving on. Ampora was a pirate. Nobody liked him. He killed a lot of people, but was later executed because he was unable to tell a funny joke. What else needs to be said? That's right, nothing. Makara was the guy who didn't like the joke. He was terrible, and so is his story, period. Nitram was a hero who led a rebellion. He killed me, but not before some things got pretty steamy between us. Want to hear the juicy details? Well, you're out of luck. Aw, man. Pyrope cut off my arm and arrested me, but I killed her. This triggered a karmic cycle of revenge, which led to eventually blinding her descendant. Sorry, Terezi. Them's the breaks. Wait. What? As for me, well, I could go on all day about that subject, but I won't. I was a cool pirate, the best pirate. I lived a long time, had amazing adventures, got all the treasure, and then died. That's all she wrote. But not literally, she wrote quite a lot, in fact. She had a lot to say, just like me, which is why she's so great. Let's see, who am I forgetting here? Echem? Oh, of course, Megiddo. Now there's an interesting story, full of exciting twists and turns we won't be getting into. She was kidnapped as a child by a creep, then served the creep's boss for millions of sweeps. She helped make everything lousy, then you killed her and took her job. Anyway, I think this tedious tale has gone on for entirely too long already. I can't think of a single thing left to address that would possibly be of interest to anyone. No, shut up. Do me now. What about me? What about me? Why, Mina, could it be that you would like to hear more? I must be imagining things, because you're on record as finding my stories as boring. No, these stories are more interesting than your usual ones. I can tell because I'm actually still awake. Still awake. Got it. Very well. You would like to know about your post-scratch adult life. Would you like the short version or the long version? Those are the only two options? You tell me. How about not the long version? Like, don't go full circuit on us, but don't leave out too much of the cool stuff. Shit, man, why do I gotta explain this to a presumably rational person? Just tell me what my junk bit was, bitch. Very well. I shall strive to convey your story, including details which you are likely to find interesting on account of vanity, whilst attempting to refrain from going full circuit on you and other hapless bystanders. Blub, come on, spit it out, Windfang. No more adventures on the high breeze, got it? Fine. You want the abridged version, but maybe not so abridged as long as the stuff that you in particular would like to hear is included of the Mina Pikeshi's saga? Here we go. Instead of storming off to the moon in a huff, Pikeshi's embraced her role as an heiress. Once she reached the age to challenge the Empress, she killed her predecessor easily. She did more to sink our race into perpetual darkness and violence than any empress before her, and her rule lasted the longest by far. She did more to sink our race. She conquered thousands of planets and star systems, many of them personally. She was responsible for the death of trillions. Her reign was interrupted only by the extinction of our race, which was orchestrated by the omniscient creep I mentioned previously. She flew back to her homeworld, killed Megiddo, and assumed control of her demonic powers. In doing so, she also assumed her role as the servant to an indestructible demon, whose existence was about to result in the annihilation of our universe. But before that, he had a new assignment for her. Is this brief enough? Am I addressing all the cool stuff to your satisfaction? That's the first half of her story. In the second half, she escaped to a fresh universe to wreak more havoc. She infiltrated a planet called Earth, which is home to a race called humans, these guys here. On the post-scratch version of Earth, long story, she gained absolute power, flooded the planet, and completely wiped out the human population, while expanding her abilities even further. She then somehow entered the humans' game session and took control there as well. She did all this at the behest of her employer and has shown no signs of slowing her rampage, dying, or even dying for that matter. So, Mina, how was that story? Are you bored yet? Dirk? What? I think that's the Batter Witch. Yeah, you're just getting that now. Great Scott, I've got to do something. Do something? No, man, just sit tight, okay? But that's C. Hitler. She's right there in the spooky flesh. Remember all the horrible things you said she did? Yeah, but cripes, it sets my blood a boil just thinking about it. I have to stop her. That's why I'm here. I just figured it out. I have to do it, bro. No, you don't. Come on, man. Don't be an idiot. Yes, I do. That's what you do when you back in time and find Hitler. That's like one of the rules of adventure. If you have the chance to kill Hitler and stop his crimes from happening, then you do it. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You didn't go back in time, Jake. Do you even understand what's going on? I gotta do something. Okay, how do I do this? Oh, frig, no time to think. Here I go. Jake. Hiya! Jake. Die, Fish Hitler! Die! Jake. I won't let you kill my people! Jake, no! What are you doing? Kapow! Take that! Oh shit, Grandpa Egbert, Junior Dad totally snapped. Jake, stop that! And a bit of that! Dude, this is completely embarrassing. And how about a smidgen of this? Everybody thinks you're either stupid or insane. Whambo! Oof. You killed Dirk and Roxy's bro and mom respectively. Or you will later, I think. I cannot let that happen. No, Jake, that was in another universe. Or, I won't let you turn my planet into a water world. That movie was great, but not that great. She isn't the same person, though. She is, but I can't let you exploit your baked goods empire to massacre the human race. She won't grow up to do any of that. She's the pre-scratched version who, you see, the batter witch you're talking about was a totally different, Over my dead body, am I gonna let you stick a pair of stinking juggalos in the White House? Oh, why does this all have to be so complicated to explain? Karate chop! Oof. What, juggalos? Rose, is he drunk too? What is going on? Psst. So, what is the deal with you, Mr. Brain Phantom? The deal with me? Yes. I'm not sure how to answer that. What's the deal with you? Oh, those horns working out for you. And also the fact that you're an alien? What's up with that? Exactly. Should I tell people about you? You didn't see nothing. Yes, that is true. Fuck. This is the page I was waiting for. I love this conversation. You didn't see nothing. Jake, stop wailing on her like that. I mean wailing! Wait, why am I even correcting myself? Those are homonyms. Nobody could even tell what kind of wailing I meant. Dragon punch! Jake! Right in the fishy kisser. I said stop, doof. Mina, are you okay? Mina? So cool. So, I'm still here, right? Even though Jake woke up. It would seem so. Okay, just making sure. God, my existence is so weird. Ow, your head! The old noggin's been getting a workout lately. And you don't mean the kind you get from puzzles. Good thing your trusty skull top took some of the brunt. Also, good thing your trusty skull took the rest of it. The sturdy bone really makes for a splendid backup helmet, I think. Speaking of your skull top, it seems someone's left you a message. Jake, I don't have long to talk, so I shall leave this note to you while you sleep and then go. I may have to begin, let us say, bending rules a bit more than I have. He's making things bloody impossible. Our game is now nothing short of war. That's all I will say. Well, I will also say this. I'm scared out of my wits to go to sleep now. I don't know what will come of it. My dream self is kaput like yours, but I don't fancy you'll have trouble waking from your nap, whereas best not dwell on it, I suppose. I don't know what to do besides stall and keep helping you as much as I can. Now is the time to retrieve those weapons from the capsule and prepare the gift. This is so important. The chain will not be complete unless the delivery is made, but first, you may want to test its capabilities. In particular, what are they called? The infinitesimalizer and the monstrosifier? There sure are some funny names of things strewn about your tale. Remember, green means grow and red means shrink. But surely you already know this. Give it a go. Perhaps try targeting that unwieldy edifice stashed away in your Cylidex could free up some space. But remember to hold on to it. It remains as important as ever. I'll be starting off then. So much to do, so little time. You. The Iranian Umbra ceased cheering Golgotha's terror. Jake, examine the time capsule. Still about 10 minutes to go before the stuff is supposed to appear. In the meantime, might as well mess around with the bunny like she said, see if it works. Starts at 11:11. Jake, deploy Terry Kaiser. Hello. Terry, attaboy! He looks like he's ready and raring to be a loyal companion to his new owner, that lucky bastard. It'd be a little sad to say goodbye. I hardly got a chance to know him at all. Jake, monstrosify something. You drop some delicious fruits and activate the green beam. Green means grow. This is seriously some Alice in Wonderland shit going on here. As soon as you'll send the rabbit on its way through the looking glass. These aren't the kind of things that usually occur to you, though. Especially after several blows to the head, you continue staring vacantly at the dancing fruit. While that kind of thing keeps not occurring to you. Eureka, it works! Never a doubt in your mind. Grandma's technology is pure modern witchcraft. Like she busted loose from a big silver screen playing The Wizard of Oz or some nonsense. Which also isn't a thing that's occurring to you right now. This is exactly the kind of technology you win big-time awards for. The kind that could end world hunger. Or it would be if humanity wasn't about to go down the toilet anyway. Ugh, what a bummer. You deploy the massive thing that's been clogging your Silodex forever. Sometime after your house exploded, you found it in the jungle and snapped it up for safekeeping. Even if it didn't have strong sentimental value, you probably would have grabbed it anyway. Globes are sweet. You love globes. Globes, spheres, they're all cool in your book. But to be completely honest, you'll be relieved to have the inventory space back. Works like a charm, as expected. Whoops, there it goes, down the rabbit hole. You'll need to fish it out of there. Supposedly one of your grandma's thingamajigs inside the globe is pretty important. You'll go get it in a few minutes, though. The capsule flower is about to bloom. Jake, watch capsule bloom. There they are, finally. The deadly armaments you've been waiting. Huh, those are the armaments? It just looks like a big silly pile of shit. Oh well, you guess that alien girl knows what she's talking about. Jake, check capsule clock. Hold on, the clock reset itself to a new countdown. Something else is going to come out of this thing in a little more than an hour, but according to the game plan, you're not even supposed to still be here in an hour. You don't know what it could be. Guess you won't be around to find out. Jake, prepare a present for delivery. Gotta shrink these weapons down first. No way they're fitting in that box along with the rabbit. John, one more thing. Need to write an addendum to John about this stuff. John, who is probably Jane's grandpa from the past, or maybe not really the past. Maybe like a younger grandpa clone who lives in that ghost world where you saw all those other kids, including those two Dirk and Roxy looking kids. But what do you think may have been literally a sleeping Roxy? But you aren't totally sure. Why does everything have to be so complicated? Whatever, no big. Going on adventures isn't about understanding them. It's about being brave, leaping into fistfights without thinking ahead. You finish off your note with a few more friendly words, and something vague about who you really are. You're just following your alien friend's advice on maintaining a bit of secrecy so as to not cause timeline problems, but boy, is it hard keeping secrets. You can't help yourself and slip in a subtle clue that your grandmother is actually his pal Jade. You figure if John is even half as sharp as you, you'll pick up on that right away. It's okay. It'll just be a little secret between you and him. The pretend British alien doesn't even need to know it happened. Terry's ready to go. You ask the bunny kindly to put himself back in the box. He happily complies, and there is no reason at all to ask rhetorically why he wouldn't put himself back in the box. You place him on the transmaterializer pedestal and get ready to hit the scientificate button. One last time. You can't believe this project is finally finished. No more fun letters between you and your grandma. You guess the next time you talk to her, it'll be in person. Hard to believe. But then, for a guy like you, nothing is. Terry, fast forward to live. I don't want to miss a thing. Oh no. Oh dear Lord. Oh, we're really stuck in the shit now.
I could stay awake just to hear you breathing, watch you smile while you are sleeping, while you're far away and dreaming. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment forever, where every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. I don't wanna close my eyes.
Terry Kaiser, 11-11-11, 2, 4-13-09. Liv Tyler, 4-13-09, 2 at some point. And that was how that stuff happened. The bunny didn't make it. I'm not so sure about that. You, cheer, you. Finally getting a bit aggressive with your queen there. Usually you aren't nearly as patient with her. The little gambit I permitted you at the start has certainly inspired some unconventional play. It's not going quite as miserably for you as I expected. I'm sorry to damn you with faint praise, but with a track record like yours, I suspect one takes what he can get. Rook to h4. So fucking smug. Have I mentioned lately how great it's going to be when you're dead? Just because you've never lost a match doesn't mean you won't lose the game that really matters. Nor does it even matter you'll win nor does it even mean you'll win this one. It's far from over. Trust me. Bishop to c6. Why have you been enclosing all your moves in quotes? You've really been acting so odd this match. Knight to d6. Look out, I'm coming for her. I think she's languished behind the front lines long enough, wouldn't you say? Time to shake things up. Move her or take my knight. You know you want to take her. Just look at her there. What a cheeky intrusion. Slithered right into your palace and made herself comfy. Maybe she'll lay an egg once she's finished your feast. Might as well take her out. You know, when the actions begins and pieces start to fall, that's when you make all your most creative mistakes. Anywho, far from over, you say? No, I don't imagine this game will be taking up much more of our time. Oh my fucking god, blah blah blah. The quotes are part of the enchantment I mentioned. Like part of a spell, you know? Magic? You love magic. And how it's totally real? Knight to d6. The knight is dead. Your words are boring. I still don't know what you think you're on about with this enchantment business. If it's a psych-out tactic to break my concentration, it isn't working. Queen to a5. The knight is dead. Your goose is cooked. No, it is working. But you're actually playing very poorly right now. But you're blinded to your mistakes by my enchantment. Bishop to f3. The bishop is dead. Your something is something. Whatever. Check. Yes, there you go. That's the sort of aggression the people paid top boondollar to see. King to d2. So that's king to d2, I think. Or those are the first two moves. Right, that's the knight moving in on the queen. Knight to knight. Queen to bishop. Bishop to bishop. Check? How is green in check here? Is that a rook? If that's a rook, then that's check. Bishop to d6. The knight is dead. Your serpents are lost. Check. Okay, okay, so king to d2. Uncheck. Pawn to b6. Bishop to d6. The knight is dead. Your serpents are lost. Check. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, shit. It sure does appear that I am in check. Guess I'll do something about that. King to f7. Oh dear, so much for your enchantment. That was a dire mistake. Mate in 4. Rook to f4. Check. Check. King to g6. Ooh. There we go. Oh, pardon me. Well, what is left for me to do besides accept my defeat gracefully? King to h7. That's a fine attitude. Maybe you're finally making some progress in the realm of sportsmanship? Queen to g7. Checkmate. Oh, pardon me. Okay, there we go. Because the only way out is for the king to attack the queen and therefore be threatened by the rook. That is not my king. It is not... Oh, sorry, pardon me. Checkmate. No, it isn't. What are you talking about? Don't be a poor sport again. You were doing so well there, relatively speaking. The game is over. Better luck next time, bro. It is not over, sis. Look at the board closer. I am not in checkmate. I have no idea what you're babbling about. Sounds like desperation to me. I'm looking at the pieces. Your king cannot step anywhere that does not put him in check, nor can the threat be eliminated by other means. You have been mated. Your king is dead. Your enchantment has failed. That is not my king. This is silly. Unless you have something to say about the game which actually makes sense, I am done with you. I have more important things to do. You are not done with anything, unless you want to forfeit. Look closer at the king and queen, and then remove their crowns. Oh no! Oh no!
Pranksters gambited.
Oh, bloody hell, this was your enchantment? Are you serious? Ugh, this is your shittiest twist yet. Well played, sis. You checkmated my queen. This is so fucking funny. I am just astonished, not at the guile of your little ploy, but by the fact that you actually seem to think this was a clever ruse. It's just so painfully daft. I'm speechless. Never saw someone speechless who had so much to type. I thought you of all people would appreciate my modifications. The crown are really nice and very well crafted. Form-fitting, hardly added any height, like capping a tooth. You were completely fooled. And now the coveted prankster's gambit between us belongs to me. This is absurd. You nagged incessantly for me to allow you to reverse the starting positions of your king and queen. I only agreed to get you to shut up about it. And regardless, I knew I could beat you anyway, even with your initial advantage, and I was right. How can you claim this is a legitimate strategy? You broke the rules.
I didn't break any rules.
I merely asked if you would agree to me swapping the start positions of the king and queen. And you did agree, but then I didn't actually do it.
When did I say I would? I never made such a promise.
I was only gauging your willingness to make the exception, and then went about decorating my king and queen with nice little hats, which is also not against the rules. You do it all the fucking time. Give your game pieces horns and shit. You even give them names and blood casts. Yuck. So if you have any problem with my decorations, I say put, allow me to introduce you to the fucking kettle. I cannot believe you're defending this maneuver. Yes, I suppose some of these tactics are technically within the bounds of the letter of the rules, but the entire charade was highly disingenuous and unsportsmanlike. It is unbelievably childish, even for you. I know. I am a child. So are you. It just so happens that you are a child who just got fucking served. It is not against the rules to be childish, or disingenuous, or unsportsmanlike. It's also not against the rules to be a bastard, which is another thing I am. Every single thing I did was completely legal. My queen, disguised as a king, made moves like a king, which is within its ability. This was done to deceive you. My king, disguised as a queen, made moves like a king, because doing otherwise would break the rules. But you believed it had her powers, and I used this to my advantage, which was hilarious to observe, watching you back away from threats from what was in truth a distant king. All the while my ruse, patently obvious in hindsight, went embarrassingly undetected. No rules broken. Not once. In fact, if anyone here broke the rules, it was you. What absolute bollocks. What rule did I break? This ought to be good. You agreed to let me start with the king and queen in swapped positions. It's against the rules to make an exception like that, even if your opponent is being obnoxious about it. Your willingness to break the rules is disgusting to me. You should feel ashamed of yourself. Luckily, at least one of us has respect for the rules. I started with all my pieces in the correct position, in spite of your willingness to allow those rules to be broken, which, as I have addressed, is totally shameful. You're very fortunate to have a bro who respects the integrity of the game, even where his sis might falter. A bro who, while fully adhering to the rules and exposing your hidden shameful tendencies, has managed to defeat you. You prick. Oh, I could just strangle you. You don't even know how tempted I am to do that right now. I did not break the rules. I was doing you a favor. In any case, you say you managed to beat me? When did that happen? Even though you've exposed your rules, you haven't actually mated me yet, Grandmaster Bro. Then you admit the game continues to be perfectly legitimate and still in play? Bring it on. Queen to c2. Check. King to e3. Rook to e3. Check. Someone's in deep shit. Blah, look at this royal cock-up. This is so stupid. Now I either have to sacrifice my queen or move my king into a strategically horrible position. Why am I even going along with this? Yes, that sure is a strategic dilemma. Who would have thought that the game of chess would present such a scenario? Do you forfeit or not? You wish. To hell with it. Let's sacrifice the queen. I still put odds in my favor. With my rooks and bishop versus your bishop, rook, and queen, I've bested you before with less material and initiative on my side. Queen to c3. The rook is dead. My bro's an arse. Whoa, what a huge mistake. I think I must be in your head. Even more than usual. Queen to c3. The queen is dead. The bitch fucked up. Check. Oh, shut up and play. King to e2. Pawn to e5. Rook to c4. Another idiotic blunder. This is so easy. Queen to f3. Check. King to d2. Queen to d5. Check. On the fucking run. Shh. King to c2. Queen to d6. The bishop is dead. His flesh consumed. Wait, where did you put it? You better not have just literally eaten the bishop. Rook to c8. Check. King to d7. She's desperate. Rook to h8. The rook is dead. Our shits weren't given. Where are we? Queen to c5. Check. Any fuck. No, I don't imagine this game will be taking up much more of our time. Did someone let the snakes loose? Or was that the sound of my vicious burn? King to d2. Queen to g4. The rook is dead. Our chess set is shrinking. There we are. Okay, so it's king to e2. Queen to d5. Check. King to e2. Queen to f3. Check. King to d2. Queen to g4. The rook is dead. Will you stop doing things with the dead pieces? I swear, as if the juvenile enchantment wasn't enough. If it turns out you're also losing or destroying pieces deliberately, I'm going to straight up flip a bitch. Rook to h7. Check. Where are we? King to c6. Wow, another awful king to c2. Wow, another awful move. You're playing almost as shitty as I usually do. Looks like my enchantment worked better than I thought. For something that was in reality fake ass magic. Queen to e4. Check. King to b2. Queen to h7. The rook is dead. The jig is up. Mate in 4 or less. Yeah, you've got 3 pawns. You're cooked. You're fucked. What's the next one? Smash. Fuck this. I don't know why I bothered humoring your vile underhanded rubbish. I hate you, so just sod right off to hell, please. Hey there. Be careful. A guy could get the wrong idea and mistake your outburst for something colliginous. That'd be most unsisterly, don't you think? Anyway, by the looks of this messy board, I'm going to assume you forfeited the match. You're disgusting. I really loathe you, and no, not in that way. I'm not going to talk to you for a while, probably a long time. I only hope I can overcome my contempt for you when it comes time to play our game, but I'm not holding my breath. Leave me alone. You blocked me again? You know that doesn't do anything. Anyway, I'm happy we're in agreement that I won. You shouldn't underestimate me. I'll leave you alone for a while like you want, because really, who cares about you? But you should believe me when I tell you someday I'm going to kill you in your sleep. Maybe even more than once. Select character.